Okay, the next question comes from Matt Adams, and Matt is writing in response to a video I did a while back called 5 Reasons Not to Switch to Mac. Now, he begins this with the following: Chris Pirillo, question mark. Red curtain, text clock, multi-monitor setup, wood desk, same webcam. Last time I saw him a few years ago. I want to stop right there because I'm not going to answer what your basic argument is about the whole Mac thing. It begins with this strike, if you will, that I'm somehow copying Chris Pirillo. Let's get some things straight. I did see his text clock. I thought it was cool to have one. I bought one. I hung it on my wall. That doesn't make me anything like Chris Pirillo. Wooden desk. How many YouTubers have a wooden desk? How many of them got a white desk? What if I had a white desk? Who would you say I was copying with a white desk? Multi-monitor setup. How many enthusiasts out there have multiple monitors? That's not a Chris Pirillo did not invent multiple monitors. He didn't invent wooden desks. Me and millions of other people have the same exact webcam. That doesn't make me a Chris Pirillo copycat. The red curtains, I've had red curtains or burgundy curtains my entire adult life. Long before I even knew who Chris Pirillo was. I happen to like that color. So, the only thing that I've seen from Chris Pirillo I thought would be cool to have is a ticks clock. So if you want to say I'm a Chris Pirillo copycat because I own it, but you know, I want to take this one step further. Maybe this is going to be a bit of a rant. I don't care what kind of video you make anymore, whether it's technology reviews, vlogs, or whatever. People love to basically accuse you of copying somebody else. If you're a vlogger and you add a little music or a time lapse to your video, now you're copying Casey Neistat. If I have a ticks clock on the wall, I'm copying Chris Pirillo. And it just goes on and on. A friend of mine, David DeFranco, started doing daily vlogs, and like right out of the get-go, people are accusing him of copying Casey Neistat. And you know what? I think that is the lowest form of trolling that you could possibly do. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't people who deliberately attempt to copy the style of somebody else. And yes, they deserve to be called out for it. But there are only certain ways you can do certain things. And there's certain ways you can only do things on video. And if a creator tries something new and maybe they got some inspiration somewhere else, don't judge the whole person, the whole creator, by one video or several videos, but by the creator themselves. Personalities are different, presentation styles are different, opinions are different. We're not necessarily all copycats. If you think that I'm copying somebody, I feel for you because I try to be my own person. But if I see something I like or I think that's cool and I want to own that item, and then maybe I've seen it because of another YouTuber, doesn't make me a copycat. It does not make me a copycat. Because do I try to copy Chris Pirillo? Absolutely not. Do I look at technology different than Chris Pirillo? Hell, I don't know. I know the way I look at things and review things. He does his thing. David DeFranco does his thing. He's not copying Casey Neistat. I think Casey Neistat has some very cool talent as far as, editing and making interesting content, but that's vlogging. He would probably absolutely suck at a technology review. And that's okay. But I just think it's the lowest form of trolling to accuse people of copycatting, unless it is extremely obvious that that's exactly what they're doing and they copy everything verbatim. I'm not saying there aren't people that's doing that. And I'm not really that big into watching vloggers out there. Now there's a whole explosion of vloggers. I got so much time, folks. I can't sit and watch other people's lives. I got my own life to live. But some of them are pretty kind of interesting. They're doing interesting things. That's why I'm not really doing a lot of vlogs because I don't really do a lot of interesting stuff to, I'm not really going to exciting destinations like North Korea or to Spain or whatever. I'm not doing that sort of thing. But back to the whole copying thing. How many vloggers out there, for example, own a Canon 70D because Casey uses one of them? Or I just think you take good ideas and hopefully you'll somehow make them your own. That's the bottom line. So hopefully I made my point, Matt. That was no way to actually get welcome attention. And so I'm pointing this out to you. Don't accuse people of being copycat. And wooden desks, I'm sorry, but these aren't really desks. They're kind of a table. These large tables I bought many, many years ago. I've had them around for, oh God, I don't know, 10, 15 years. But they afford a lot of space on the desktop, and that's why I got them. So they're not even wood. It is a veneer. It's like a formica on here. It's not even really wood. Copy Chris Pirillo? I don't think so. I'm my own person. But if I see something, I've been accused of copying this with Tech Source. That's the name of his channel. Because I have, the person actually believed he invented this wallpaper. No, it's another guy, Justin, I forget his last name. But I like it. MKBHD uses it. I thought, that's cool. I want one. That doesn't mean I'm copying MKBHD. Not at all. That's it. Hey, thanks so much for watching my video. Appreciate it. Always look forward to your comments down below. Talk to you later.